Alright, this is the Type 99 Arisaka Rifle used by the Japanese military in World War II. A very common rifle. As far as I can tell, it's referred to as Series 5, and it was produced at the Nagoya Arsenal, which would have been towards the end of the war. We'll go over its serial number, which is 14084. It's fully operational, although I've never fired it. This was brought home by my father, who served in World War II in the Navy and participated in the invasion of Peleliu. Now, one of the things that we know about it, it probably was a captured rifle, but not directly in after fighting, and that's based on what would be referred to as the mum, which was a symbol of the emperor, and in many cases was, let me see if I can zoom in on it, in many cases they were rubbed out either by the military itself to make sure that the emperor's symbol would not be defaced, or, as rumor would have it, by General MacArthur, who did not want that on there. Now, the Japanese numbers right immediately below that indicate, the first two indicate that it's Type 99. Those are the symbols for 9 in Japanese. The third symbol, I'll try to get as close a look, I can't figure out. I've looked on several websites and can't quite figure out what that symbol represents. This indicates that it is a Type 99 rifle. Now, its operation was pretty simple. This is the bolt, and the bolt cover is still intact and on it. A lot of times the bolt cover was actually taken off. This is the safety. It's actually, let's see, well, I won't be able to get it right now. Okay, now try that again. It's actually on safety at this time. You push in and turn it right, and it'll be ready to fire at this level. Safety would be, no, this is safety. Obviously, it wouldn't have been as difficult to operate during the military when they were actually fighting. As we continue to look at it, the sight on the top of the rifle was considered useful if planes were being shot at. Excuse me. That was used to determine the distance. The cleaning mechanism has to be, this button is held and the cleaning rod would come out. As you hold this, you pull it out. There's the cleaning rod. Now, these type rifles actually also had bayonets, commonly referred to as the Type 30 bayonet. The type that I have is a Type 30, the hook, which has the hook and the scabbard. An interesting story. This rifle was brought home by my father, who served in the Navy, on the landing, the transports known as Higgin boats, but for material. And the bayonet was brought home by my father-in-law, who for years didn't tell me that he had one, and when I discovered that he had one, we actually fit it onto the rifle my father brought home. Very interesting story that the two of them, who both served in the Navy in the South Pacific, one, my father-in-law served on an aircraft carrier, and my father of course, and he never met. But we matched the bayonet with the rifle. Now the serial number on these rifles, let's see if we can see it. On this particular one is 14087. No, it's 14084. Now, immediately to its right is the symbol. It's obviously difficult to see, but that tells us the location of where the rifle was manufactured. Here we go. And to the left of it, I don't know if that symbol can be seen. Don't know if you'll be able to actually see it, but it's a Series 5, which meant that at that particular arsenal, it was made between 1940 and 1945. It has the original strap, which is not in very good condition. The butt plate. And the gun is actually in very good condition, but I had read somewhere that some of the metal used in manufacturing the guns towards the end of the war was not nearly as good and may not be safe for shooting. It used the 7.7 bullets to fire. In any event, the World War II Museum in New Orleans has several of these rifles, and although in an earlier video they're interested in our sword, they're not necessarily interested in this because they have several already.